Good afternoon, gentlemen. This is Coach Up coming to you live from beautiful College Station, Texas, with your 12-man podcast. This episode of your 12-man podcast is brought to you proudly by 1835 Bourbon. 1835 Bourbon, Texan made, Texan proud. 1835 Bourbon, come and take it. We're going to start in the ACC. Number 3, Arizona State at number 14, Oregon. The Sun Devils pull it off, 24-21. Arizona State had 20 first downs, 364 yards total offense. They ran 53 plays, 6.9 yards a play. They rushed the ball 17 times for 66 rushing yards and 2 rushing touchdowns. They added 298 passing yards and 1 passing touchdown, while going 3 of 9 for 33% on third downs. The Oregon Ducks had 11 first downs, 392 yards of total offense. They ran 37 plays, 10.6 yards a play, 11 rushes, 153 rushing yards, and 1 rushing touchdown, while adding 239 passing yards to the air and 2 passing touchdowns. The Ducks went 4 of 9 on third down conversions for 44%. Number 24, North Carolina hosting their FCS opponent. 41 for the Tar Heels, 7 for the Thunderbolts. Let's take a look at the stats. Here we go. North Carolina had 19 first downs, 472 yards of total offense. They ran 80 plays, 5.9 yards a play, 42 rushes, 162 rushing yards, 2 rushing touchdowns. They added 310 passing yards and 3 passing touchdowns. The Tar Heels were 10 of 19 on third down conversions for 52%. Number 9, Ole Miss hosted number 25, Clemson. It was a close one, but Ole Miss pulls it out 30-24. Clemson led 24-10 after the half, but the Rebels blanked them in the second half and scored 20 for that 30-24 final. The Rebels had 20 first downs, 372 yards of total offense, 78 plays, 4.8 yards a play. They rushed the ball 43 times for 134 rushing yards, but no rushing touchdowns. They added 238 passing yards to the air and went 6 of 18 on third down conversions for 33%. Good job by Ole Miss in that one, pulling it out. Jumping over to the Big 12, Florida State at Texas A&M, upset. Seminoles pull it off 28-22. Arkansas at Oklahoma State. Arkansas manages to win 21-14. We done bit over that one, but let's take a quick look at the stats. The Razorbacks, 16 first downs, 304 total yards of offense, ran 64 plays, 4.8 yards a play. They rushed the ball 24 times for 69 rushing yards. No rushing touchdowns, but added 235 passing yards to the air and 2 passing touchdowns. We're going 8 of 16 on the third down conversions on the day for 50%. Jumping over to the Big 10, number 2, Ohio State hosting Charlotte. Ohio State, Buckeyes 77, Charlotte 7. Quick look at the stats. Ohio State, 36 first downs, 727 yards of total offense, 79 plays, 9.2 yards a play. They rushed the ball 39 times for 212 rushing yards and 4 rushing touchdowns. They added 515 passing yards and 6 passing touchdowns to the air, while going 6 of 10 on third down conversions for 60%. Number 16, USC hosting their FCS opponent. Trojans 49, Rebels 7. Let's take a look at the stats. 30 first downs for USC, 569 yards total offense. They ran 72 plays, 7.9 yards a play. They rushed the ball 25 times for 203 rushing yards and 2 rushing touchdowns. They added 366 passing yards to the air and 5 passing touchdowns. The Trojans 6 of 11 for 54% on third down conversions. Number 13, Michigan at number 5, UCF. UCF Black Knights pull it off 42-23. The Wolverines had 19 first downs, 327 yards of total offense. They ran 54 plays, 6.1 yards a play. They rushed the ball 26 times for 54 yards and 2 rushing touchdowns, but struggled to run the ball as they only averaged 2.1 yards a carry. They added 273 passing yards and 1 passing touchdown. The Wolverines, 1 of 9, 11% on third down conversions. Black Knights, 19 first downs also, 388 yards total offense, 51 plays, 7.6 yards a play. They rushed the ball 24 times for 150 rushing yards and 2 rushing touchdowns, and added 238 passing yards to the air and 2 passing touchdowns. The Black Knights 2 of 7 for 28% on third down conversions. Jumping down to the Pac-12, UCLA hosting Colorado. Colorado 34, Bruins 28. Now to your SEC. The conference that likes to talk the most, likes to boast the most. They think they're the best, and they usually back it up. Here we go. Miami at Texas. Miami pulls it off 20-0. We went over this score in last episode. But the Longhorns had 18 first downs, 292 yards total offense. Rushed the ball 16 times for 27 rushing yards. Abysmal. 1.7 yards a carry on a rush. They added 265 passing yards, 2 passing touchdowns. The Longhorns 8 of 14 for 57% on third down conversions. The game of the week, Florida at Oklahoma. Oklahoma pulls it off in a stunner, 35-34, but they cover the 1.5 was the spread, and Oklahoma, the Sooners cover. Boomer Sooner. Taking a look at this stats. This game was 21-21 at the half. 28-21 going in the fourth quarter, and then that's when Florida put it up and tied the game. Oklahoma come back and took the lead 35-28. The Gators went down last drive of the game, punched it in, but they couldn't get the 2. They went for the win, and it backfired. Sooners by 1. Here we go. 18 first downs for the Gators. 486 yards of total offense, 47 plays, 10.3 yards a play. They rushed the ball 27 times for 183 rushing yards and 2 rushing touchdowns. They added 303 passing yards and 3 passing touchdowns through the air while going 4 of 9 for 44% on third down conversions. Oklahoma on the day, 17 first downs, 477 yards total offense, 46 plays, 10.4 yards a play. They rushed the ball 20 times for 62 yards and no rushing touchdowns, but added 415 passing yards to the air and 5 passing touchdowns while going 5 of 8 for 62% on third down conversions. Okay, taking a look at week 3 matchups in the ACC. Number 24, North Carolina hosting New Mexico. Number 7, Pittsburgh hosting their FCS opponent. Number 9, Ole Miss hosting Kansas State. Number 3, Arizona State. Their score is in. Their FCS opponent knocked them down 63-9. What a game for the Sun Devils. Arkansas at Texas A&M. Texas A&M at Arkansas, that should be a good one. Georgia's hosting their FCS opponent. Florida State is at Baylor. In the Big Ten, number 14, Oregon, rivalry game, hosting Oregon State at home. Here we go, number 13, Michigan visiting Stanford. That should be an easy win for the Wolverines. Number 2, Ohio State hosting number 17, Penn State. And Ohio State pulls it out 50-42. Closer than the Buckeyes would have liked at a home game. Jumping over to the Pac-12, Tennessee hosts Air Force, UCLA hosts Cal. Now to the SEC. Number 1, Oklahoma visiting Mississippi State. Number 4, Alabama hosting Oklahoma State. Number 8, Florida hosting Texas, looking to bounce back after that tough loss to number 1, Oklahoma last week. Now we're going to take a look at some of your players of the week according to the CPU, the computer. Here we go. ACC, not a user. Big 12, no user. Big 10, Oregon Ducks, Fabian Harris. Strong safety. 7 tackles, 1 tackle per loss, and 2 interceptions in that tough 24-21 loss to the Sun Devils. And offensively, wide receiver for the Buckeyes, Alex Gastineau. 7 receptions, 195 receiving yards, 3 receiving touchdowns. Into the SEC we go. UCF running back Ahmad Felix had 9 carries, 101 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns on the ground. But the big story was the 11.2 yards a carry for Ahmad. Gonna do a quick look at your breakdown for the Heisman standings, how it goes right now. Here we go. DeAndre Hardiman of Florida, has jumped up to the number 1 spot. Johnny Draft, the quarterback of the Sooners, jumps up to number 2. Al Carter, the running back of the Sooners, jumps up to number 3. I don't know if you're seeing it or whether you're hearing it, but Oklahoma's taking the 4th spot too. Wide receiver Andre Cruz of the Sooners. And Bryce Baker, the quarterback of the Gators, drops down to the number 5 spot. That's your 12-man podcast for week 2. Until next time, this is Coach Dub signing off.